Chugga 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 ch. Choo choo. Keg-filet TCG. The psychology of the mulligan. The mulligan. A lot of people don't talk about the mulligan as far as their gameplay, but I wanted to go really in depth in this video. This video is a little bit different than what I'm used to doing, so if you're liking it, make sure you guys let me know in the comments. First, when you look up the online definition of a mulligan, first it says a stew made from odds and ends of food, or the second definition, and it's usually informal for playing golf, an extra stroke allowed after a poor shot. Essentially a second chance. Mulligans haven't always been here for TCGs. Some trading card games don't even have mulligans. And every TCG has different rules for their mulligans, but the one I'm going to talk about today is One Piece trading card game. In this video, I'm going to go over the rules and how mulligans work, and then how you can use that to take advantage. So how a mulligan usually works is you'll just draw 5 cards. If you don't want that hand, you can mulligan, putting all 5 back, reshuffling your deck. It seems pretty simple. What's there to really think about? But if you're facing your opponent and you don't mulligan, that kind of says your hand's pretty strong, and you're going to be coming at them with your normal game plan. In One Piece TCG, you and your opponent both have a leader, so you already know what the general strategy is of each deck. First, to go precisely into the rules of a mulligan. First, you have to decide who gets to choose who goes first and second. Most of the time, you do a die roll. Whoever wins that die roll then gets to choose first or second. Now, a lot of people don't know that the person going first must mulligan or not mulligan first. They have to have that choice. It's a unwritten rule in One Piece, but if you talk to any judge, at some point, the person who goes first has to decide if they're going to mulligan before the second player. If the second player chooses to mulligan before the first player does, it's not a big deal. It generally doesn't mean a whole lot, but it does give a lot of information for the person going first. So if you're able to go second and see what your opponent does, that might give you an advantage. I'll give a quick example. You're playing against Katakuri, you win the die roll, and Katakuri is usually pretty good going second, so you choose to go second. Now, they see their hand, and they immediately keep it. They didn't even think about it for 1 second. They snap kept. What does that tell you about their hand? Obviously, what you're playing affects what they're going to do, but if their general strategy is to play 10 drop bomb after 10 drop bomb against your slower deck, you may want to look at your hand a little bit deeper to see if you should play a little bit more risky. I had this situation where I was playing Queen. I had a really good late game hand, but a terrible early game hand. I decided to keep my hand and base my strategy of hopefully drawing the cards when I need them and damage denying him, so I'm able to use 9 cost Yamatos to KO their big cards. If my opponent simply just thought about it for about 10 or so seconds, I really wouldn't get any information, and I may have just mulliganed that first hand. So what did we learn from this interaction? The person going first, if they choose a snap keep, that shows a lot of strength. So that makes the person going second have to choose if they want to keep their hand and be a little riskier if they want to high roll, or mulligan it because it was just bad anyway. It doesn't really work that way either if your opponent snap mulligans or thinks about it for 10 seconds and mulligans. They're generally the same thing. And it doesn't really tell you a lot of information, but it does tell you if they do mulligan, and if your hand is okay enough, you might be willing to keep your first hand and not go for the risky play. All in all, to recap, remind yourself and your opponent, the person that's going first, has to choose if they're mulliganing or not. And then if you're the person mulliganing, think about it for at least 10 seconds, regardless if it's a good or bad hand, and then mulligan. That doesn't show any information at all, and your opponent can't really look any deeper than that at it. It's a lot like having a poker face against your opponent, and it adds a little bit more depth to your strategy. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching this video.
Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.